Why do dogs like bones? Before we answer that question, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell for more videos like this. You may have noticed your dog's near euphoria when you offer them raw meat bones, a naked, no meat on it bone. What is the reason for dog chewing bone? They appear to be difficult, if not painful, to eat, have little or no nutritional value, and don't taste particularly good. Can they, or can they not? There's a lot more to bones than we think, and they've always been a good source of minerals and fat. Dogs have specially designed teeth and powerful jaw muscles to tear through even the toughest bones, and they may even enjoy the cerebral stimulation and exercise that gnawing on bones brings. So it's possible that there's more to that joyful sensation than we know. I'm sitting here watching one of my dogs happily munch on a raw meat bones, and I'm struck by how pleasurable the experience appears to be for him. There doesn't appear to be a better canine sedative than dog chewing bone. The raw meat bones I gave him, on the other hand, had very little meat on them, and the few clinging meat bits had vanished swiftly. Despite the lack of meat, he continues to chew on the bone, scraping it or smashing it when he can get it far enough back into his mouth for his molars to work on. He will eventually devour the majority of the bone, which is the scientific riddle. Why would a dog, or any other carnivore, seem to need such a seemingly non-nutritious food source to the point of spending hours working, crushing, and grinding it in order to ingest it? To begin with, any meat fragments left on the bone, as well as the bone marrow inside, are both nutritious and delicious. Second, chewing on bones stimulates the mind, strengthens the jaw muscles, and is a natural technique to remove plaque and tartar from teeth while massaging the gums. To you and me, a bone may not appear to be a delicacy, but for dogs, it can taste almost as good as the steak or roast from whence it came. Let's dig a little deeper into the reasons why dogs enjoy bones. Number 1. Produce hormones that make dogs happy. Mother Nature has a fascinating way of working. Chewing boosts the release of endorphins in dogs, which is one of these ways. Endorphins, as we all know, make us feel good and are responsible for the so-called runner's high we get after exercising. But why is it so vital for dogs to chew meat bones? Bone marrow is a rich source of fat and one of the last fat reserves to be depleted when an animal is starved. When faced with poor quality prey, wild dogs often rely on bone marrow as a significant source of energy, despite the fact that it is more difficult to obtain. Chewing makes a dog feel good, so they're more inclined to do it and so get to the life-saving bone marrow when it's needed. However, just because your dog isn't hungry doesn't mean they don't want to enjoy the natural high that comes from chewing. Number 2. Mentally refreshing for your dogs. One of the main reasons why domestic dogs love bones? It gives you something to do. Chewing raw meat bones is a favorite boredom reliever and source of stimulus for many dogs. Certain types and dogs are more prone to chewing marrow bone than others, but they all do it on occasion. Learn more about why your dog loves chewing bones, watch till the end of the video. Number 3. Meat is worth it. Small pieces of raw meat bones or tendons are frequently stuck to raw bones, and dogs love the task of removing every last bit. It's both mentally stimulating and delicious. The effort is well worth it for your dog, as is the reward of a few little bits of fresh meat. Number 4. Healthy and porcelain teeth. Dogs chewing bone is equivalent to using a dental descaler on your dog's teeth. Gnawing and chewing on a bone's rough surface can really scrape away at stubborn tartar and plaque while soothing and stimulating gums. Number 5. Marrow of the bone. Raw animal bone marrow has a lot of fat, making it a nutrient-dense and tasty snack for your dog. Because of its high fat and calorie content, our dog's ancestors relied on the marrow to thrive. However, the bone itself contains fat in addition to the fatty marrow deposits inside it. The minerals that make up the structure of the bone are held together by fat. Furthermore, supplementing your dog's diet with a healthy fat will assist enhance their skin and coat. Number 6. Beneficial for their digestive health. Raw meat bones can aid in the regularity and cleanliness of your dog's bowel motions. Roughage is added to your dog's diet as they chew and break down their bone. As a result, your dog's anal glands can naturally express themselves. Do's and don'ts when it comes to dog chewing bones. Bones are high in minerals and other nutrients, and they assist to curb your dog's appetite. Chewing marrow bone helps prevent plaque development on teeth and gum disease by stimulating saliva enzymes. A dog chewing on a dog bone is also less likely to scratch or lick his paws excessively. Many vets, however, agree that giving your dog a bone isn't worth the risk of major injury. If you're thinking of giving him a bone, here are some guidelines to keep in mind for his safety. Don't feed your dog a bone that isn't right for him. Cooked bones of any kind should not be given to your dog. Allowing your dog to gnaw any type of bone into small bits is not a good idea. Don't offer your dog bits of bone that could clog his intestines. If your dog has gastrointestinal issues, don't offer him a bone. If there is another dog in the house, don't give your dog a bone to chew on. Raw beef bones can be served. After 10 to 15 minutes, remove the bone from your dog and place it in the refrigerator. After 3 or 4 days, discard the bone. Huge breeds like German Shepherd dogs, bloodhounds, and mastiffs should be given large bones. When you feed your dog a bone, keep an eye on him. Be a knowledgeable shopper. That's all there is to it. Why do dogs enjoy chewing on bones? A slew of factors, most of which may be traced back to their ancestors. But now you know why dogs enjoy them and that giving your dog a bone isn't as frightening as it may appear. It's truly a fantastic technique to keep your dog's mind stimulated and entertained throughout the day. Use the safety precautions described before to begin dipping your toes into the world of raw dog bones. It'll be a hit with them. Do all dogs enjoy chewing on bones? You may have observed that all of these reasons are non-specific to a dog's breed or size now that you've seen the reasons why dogs like bones. So, whether your dog is small, large, or somewhere in between, it's safe to conclude that all dogs enjoy chomping on bones. Having said that, each dog is unique. We've all had that one dog who was a bit of an oddball and didn't seem to enjoy the usual dog activities. Some dogs dislike bones, while others believe they are responsible for the moon's hanging. Those pups who have suffered an accident or disease as a result of nibbling on a dog bone are likely to be wary. Others, on the other hand, may prefer the taste of their chewing toy. Warning. One word of caution. If this article has piqued your interest in giving your dog a bone, make sure it's a raw bone. Cooking removes the grease from the bones and often melts the fat in the bone marrow, making cooked bones less appealing. Furthermore, heated bones are considerably more brittle, and your dog may be injured if he eats sharp bone splinters. The raw bones and fat linked to them are generally safely mashed down and ingested by dogs. What types of raw bones am I allowed to offer my dog? If you want to offer your dog a raw bone reward, a trip to your grocery store's meat section or a local butcher is a great place to start. Here are a few bones that are recommended for dogs. Necks of chickens, necks of lamb, necks of turkeys, necks of elk, knuckles of beef, beef femurs with a meaty texture, feet of a duck, turkey, pork ears and feet, ears of lamb, cow horns, bone marrow. What causes dogs to bury bones? You may have found out why dogs adore bones, but why do they bury bones if they adore them so much? Burying bones goes well back in a dog's ancient origins, which may seem paradoxical. Dogs in the wild rely on their hunting abilities and the amount of prey to figure out when they'll get their next meal. Because they never know when their next meal will arrive, they bury bone food to preserve it for later use. Burying the food also protects it from the sun and slows down the decomposition process. It's similar to a refrigerator for wild dogs. This instinct is accompanied by a type of sixth sense about where the meat or bone is buried. They never forget. After all, what good is it burying a treasure if the dog doesn't remember where it was buried in the first place? Dogs enjoy chewing on stuff. We usually purchase them bones or chew toys, but sometimes we get them household stuff like pillows or shoes. However, there are numerous advantages to gnawing on bones, as well as numerous reasons why dogs enjoy doing so. Some of the advantages may be nutritional, as some bones contain high-calorie bone marrow. As the dogs scrape away at the bones in an attempt to obtain the marrow, they are unwittingly consuming calcium. It's also common knowledge that pups chew on a variety of items. Puppies can relieve some of the agonies of teething by chewing on bones. However, as dogs get older, chewing on bones can be good for their oral health. It's a method for them to get rid of plaque on their teeth. It gives us butterflies when our dogs are happy, but always remember the do's and don'ts, my fellow dog owner. If you find this video helpful, share this to your family and friends. And make sure to subscribe and get notified for latest updates. Thanks for watching.